I'm not gonna sit in here and fully bash my mom. It's not what I'm gonna do. But I feel like the thing with a mother's betrayal is realizing I still have to get through life without you.
If you're going to let one stupid prick ruin your life, you're not the girl I thought you were.
I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit.
So it's Sunday and this is a late upload. I'm trying to get these kids to take a nap. I had one wake up in the middle of the nap, and I had one that was like not trying to take a nap, but I just checked. One of them is taking a nap. The other one I put back down to finish out the nap, because I'm like, there's no way, like there is no way you just woke up. I know you're tired, bro. Like, stop fighting it. But now that I think both babies are sleeping, we can chit chat. Let's talk about this, okay? I know you saw the title of the video. My hair looks terrible in this video. I will be better at that. Listen, I kept getting up and down to film this video with the kids, and by the time I got a good video, I'm like, my hair looks crazy. Oh well, it is what it is. I guess we can laugh about this in a couple years. Okay, bye. But yeah, I know you saw that title. And here's the thing. My mom chose a sexual predator, child molester, and all the other things you can think of. Yes, for me, that is an ultimate betrayal. 100%. If you did not watch my last video, you probably are like, oh gosh. But yeah, we're gonna cut right into it. For me, that is the ultimate betrayal. So now I'm living my life and I'm thinking, okay, I'm never going to get anything from my mom. Never an apology. I don't think I really want an apology, but I just want to be like, girl, how are you sleeping next to him every single night? Like, please explain that to me. How, like, I really would love to know. And I realized, you know what, I'm not gonna get the answer. Or maybe I'm searching for something and I want her to say something, but because I'm searching so tough, whatever she says is not gonna cut it, because I want her to say X, Y, and Z. Like, I want to know why you're still with him. And it can't be because you're a Jehovah's Witness, because once you do something of that extent, you can divorce him legally and religiously. But like I said in my last video, my mom is very religious heavy. Growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, girl, that is a whole different topic in itself. But we're gonna try and stick to this one, because let me tell you now, your girl can yap. Okay, I love talking about my healing journey, because I think there are more people out there that understand where I'm coming from, and that actually breaks my heart. But I know there are a lot of people out there, men and women, who have been in my similar shoes, to where their mother chose a man over them, and it's like, why are we doing that? Especially becoming a mom myself, it pisses me off more and more and more, because I'm like, I don't understand. And the crazy part about it is, you know what, I never want to understand why you did that, because that means that I am causing the same hurt that you caused me with my own kids. I don't want it. No thank you. I'm good, love. I'm good on that. So yeah, I'll never understand that. I don't want to understand that. I don't want to be in that position. And what I have come to understand is this: we all make our own choices, and that was her choice. So my choice as an adult is, okay, how am I going to protect myself from, feeling of hurt, feeling of feeling lost, feeling like I don't belong anywhere, feeling like, damn, I wish I could call my mom right now, because I don't know what to do. Like, I would love to know, hey mom, I just and what am I put like no, I can't even do that. And it added a layer to it, because I did get baptized as a Jehovah's Witness, and I don't think I'm disfellowshipped. And if you're disfellowshipped, that technically is like disowned, but I don't know if they changed that nowadays. I don't know if they're with the times or not. I don't know. But you're not supposed to talk to a family member that is disfellowshipped, and I don't know if I am or if I'm not. But regardless of the fact, it's like, Girl, come on. Listen, I'm all about, listen, if you want to love God your way, please love God. But don't forget your children in the mix. The children, the daughter that you brought into this world, you didn't have to bring me here. You didn't have to. But you laid down, had sex, had me, I'm here, boom. The least you could do is still have, like, the least you could do is talk to me. And that is honestly the bare minimum. I'm talking about, like, I mean, you know, there are so many topics that I just don't like to think about, like getting married or, you know, my kids having questions, wanting to meet my mom. There are certain things I'm just like dreading because I'm like, dang, I don't have that, you know, going wedding dress shopping. It's like, okay, I might take my boys with me when they're older. I don't know. Like whenever I do get married, I don't know. Or I might have to go by myself. That's going to be a vibe. Because I just, yeah, those are certain things that I'm just like, wow, I'm gonna have to deal with that. And honestly, I feel like I feel like the thing with a mother's betrayal is realizing I still have to get through life without you. And you are alive. You're not dead. You're not in heaven. You're not in hell. You're none of those things. You're still here on this earth, and we are sharing this earth, and you're not even interested to see how your grandkids are doing. Okay, so now I have to protect my kids from everything that I think they need to be protected from, and just have a balance, because I don't want to become too straight to where my kids just go fucking buck wild. But I do want to, you know, have some type of a shield around them and be like, hey, you know, you're still protected, but hey, there's a space for you to still explore, and you know, still be your own person at the end of the day, because you're gonna do your own thing regardless of I raised you perfectly. You're still gonna be your own person, but at least be your own person, but have these core values. You know, be your own person and still be a good person at the end of the day. And that's all that I want my kids to be. I want them to be their own person, be a good person, still talk to God, still pray to God, believe in spirituality, believe in, like, there's so much more to this life than we think. And, you know, be kind to other people. So for me personally, if you're wondering how have I been able to really conquer, I don't know what I'm looking for, but if you're wondering how I have personally been able to conquer, you know, this life challenge, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? I still believe in God. I am not religious whatsoever, and I don't feel like you have to be religious to believe in God. I feel like religion is a place like where people gather to worship God, and I don't gather with people to worship God. I pray to God, worship God in my own home on my own terms, because God is everywhere, and I don't have to go to your church or to this church or to that church to connect with God, because God is here. God is here. And I also believe in spirituality. I believe that we all have a little bit of magic in us, you know. I think that spirituality and God go hand in hand, and that's just me, you know. But the things that I have gone through in this life, I can truly say God has never left my side, not one bit. And for a while I was going through with my mom in that house, I was asking God, like, God, why me? Like, why am I going through this? And that's why I said I would pray for him to take me out. But God is like, no, there's something bigger, and you need to stay strong, and you need to get through this. So the power of prayer has been my protection for sure. And just knowing that I'm not alone. And I don't mean like in a human life form, like, you know, a partner, but I mean, I'm not alone in this world, because everywhere I go, he's with me. I am always protected. I am always loved. I am always cared for. And that's just the bottom line. I'm thankful, I'm appreciative, and I know for a fact that, the things that I went through, I had more control than I ever realized, and I didn't use my power the way that I should have, which was my voice. And for the longest time, and I mean the longest time, probably up until maybe I was about 27, until I had my first kid, I didn't understand how much power as a woman I had. Giving birth to a child completely changed my perspective on life. And when I was pregnant with my first baby, I was like really upset at my mom. Truly, 100%. Like she just irked my nerves so bad, because I'm like, you went through all of this just to lay with the man that hurt me, and then you're not even speaking to me. What did I do? And I kept thinking like, well, maybe it was my fault. And it's like, hold up, I was a child at the end of the day. A child. At the end of it all, I was a child. Understanding like none of this is my fault. You're tripping. It really helped me to kind of just, really crack the code on, hey, I need to get a grip and live this life to my absolute fullest. I am your go-to gal for YOLO. You only live once. And the one life that we live, it's going to be hectic. It's going to be a little chaotic. It's going to be sad. It's going to be beautiful. You're going to experience so much pain and so much joy at the same time, to where it's gut-wrenching. Life is going to hurt you, and you will also heal in this life. There are a lot of things that I can't control, and a lot of things that you also cannot control. But the only thing that you can control is your mindset and yourself. And I truly believe if you want change, if you want your life to change, you can do it. You just have to stop being afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone. Like I said, I have been so afraid to do YouTube for a long time. And like I just mentioned, finding my voice has been like kind of difficult, because sometimes I find myself really hard to articulate my feelings. And I realized that, well, as a child, I never talked about my feelings. My feelings were never up for discussion. And I think if I had a better relationship with my mom, and maybe if she made it to where I could talk about my feelings judgment free without the Bible next to us, then perhaps things will look different for me. And at the same time, I don't know if I would have met the person I'm currently with and have, a beautiful family. Who's to say? And who knows if I would have graduated from college? Who knows if I would be, also trying to apply to a program that I never thought I could ever do, because I didn't think I was smart enough. But, I am living this life. I do have children, yes, and I do live my life for my kids, yes, but I mainly live it for myself. And after having my first kid, I realized that I'm not gonna be a perfect mom. Like, my goal is not to be a perfect parent. The goal is for my kids to want to visit their parents, bring their family, bring their children over to our house for Sunday dinners. And if they decide to live in a different country, or if their wives want to live in a different state, still come see us, or still call us, during the week. Have those conversations with their children as an adult. Have a great relationship with their partners as, they meet people. Well, one person. But you know what I'm saying? That's how I know we did a great job as parents. And that is the ultimate goal. That is my goal, is to have a relationship with my children once they're adults. That is the ultimate goal. That's what I would be like, wow, we did it. High five, babe. We are some good fucking parents because we did that shit. I don't expect my kids to be perfect at all. And I think that, you know, when it comes to shedding, and when it comes to shadow work, and when it comes to sitting with yourself and figuring out what's hurting, you realize that, hey, I found it. I found what's hurting me. Let's go ahead and stitch it up. Let's put peroxide on it, Neosporin, let it heal, and eventually, you know, it'll become a scar. Scars don't go away. You know, some do, but guess what? It takes a lot of work. A lot of work. You have to be dedicated to get that scar invisible. And I'm dedicated. I still have the scar. And I'm not saying the scar will ever go away, but what I'm saying is this. I am choosing to live life the way I want to live life. And that is how I'm protecting myself. I'm not living life for anyone else but me. I'm not doing these things for anyone else but me. I refuse to live life to make other people happy. I refuse to live life to where I have to shrink myself to make someone else feel bigger. And the crazy part about it is I'm not going to sit in here and fully bash my mom. It's not what I'm going to do. But instead, I'm just going to pray that one day maybe she'll meet her grandkids. Be able to grab dinner, lunch, I don't know, and my son can ask her questions and hug her, see her, and, you know, let that be that. And let him know, hey, this is not going to be this may not be a constant thing that you get to see all the time. Like, you get to see, you know, his grandma on his dad's side and his grandpa on his dad's side. But, you know, on mommy's side of the family, it's a little different. And that's okay. No, I truly think that in order for me to break the generational, and I feel like in order for me to break a lot of the generation curses that are in my family, I had to do things differently. And what I mean by that is typically when people in my family meet a man, they get married right away, they have babies right away. Or they meet a man and they have a baby and the baby daddy is gone. It's different over here, okay? It's very different, and one day I'll talk about that. I think that, you know, when you experience a mother's betrayal, yes, it's gonna hurt you, but that definitely doesn't define you. My mother's betrayal does not define me. So why am I sad and depressed that you're not in my life? It should be a privilege for you to be in my life and a privilege for you to see your grandkids. And if you don't want that, fine by me. Fine by me. Now, don't get me wrong. It hurts me to say that, but it's the truth. And I can't be in la la land, you know, wishing upon a star when the reality of the situation is what it is. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get a little jelly when I see, you know, other women and they have a great relationship with their mom, they get their nails done. I'm like, you know what, maybe God will bless me with a daughter, and maybe that's truly like gonna come full circle for me, you know. It's, don't get me wrong, I love my boys, I love my boys, okay, chill out. What I'm saying is that being able to have a mother-daughter relationship, and I pray that we have a really good one, that is going to be like, dang, wow. And I pray that God gives me a girl. I used to, oh my God, I used to be like, I don't want a girl. Not because I don't like females. Chill out. I used to say I didn't want a girl because I was just really scared of having a girl, to be honest. I was scared if like, you know, just years ago, but I was scared. I'm like, what if I make the same mistake my mom did, you know, meet a guy, fall in love, and, you know, the difference is that, you know, we have a baby together and he ends up sexually abusing our daughter. Oh, I would be on the news. Girl, I would be on the news. But instead, you know, I just think positive now. I think, what if God gives me a daughter and I have a beautiful relationship with her where she feels comfortable to tell me everything and anything that she wants to tell me? And what if her and her dad have a great relationship and they do a father-daughter dance, and, you know, when she gets married, he's able to give her away, and, you know, when she has kids, hopefully I can be there for her, you know, when she has kids, and just truly break the generational curse and the generational trauma. I think that a daughter is really going to, I don't know, just add another layer to coming full circle in the things that I have done to really just break free from the trauma. I don't know if I'll ever fully move on from it, because, like, I don't know if I mentioned it, but, you know, it's certain things stick with you. Certain things are a little sticky, and that's okay. Perfectly fine. But I have moments where I lock it up. I'm like, I'm not, it's okay. We don't have to think like that today. And there are some moments where I'm like, okay, let's dive deep. This is bothering me. I want to talk about it. I talk about it, you know, with my partner, or I'll talk about it with God. I'll pray about it. I'm like, hey, it's been a minute, but I'm kind of sad about this today, and I would like to talk about it, you know? So yeah, I think just having a healthy mindset on my trauma is what has got me through my trauma. And being able to sit here and comfortably talk about just this topic in itself, it brings me so much joy, because for the longest time, like I said, I could not understand why I wasn't connecting, or why I couldn't just vlog my life, you know, like, I don't know. I'm like, I just think that there was something bigger for me to share, that I wanted to share, because at the end of the day, I want my channel to uplift and encourage. I want my channel to be like kind of a testimony of, wow, you came from here and you're way up here now. Because I'll tell you one thing, God gives and God will take. That's why it's always good to, when you live life to the fullest, be kind, be gracious, and treat others with respect. I think this is the end of this video, and I may do like more chit chats in the future, but I do have some vlogs coming for you guys. So I'm gonna edit this, upload it, and then I'm also going to start working on the vlogs. I've been vlogging throughout this week, so I'm so excited to share that with you guys. I am also figuring out what type of a posting schedule that I want to do, that I feel like I could be comfortable with and actually do it. I am still in school right now, and I'm taking a class. It's one class, but it's summer, so, you know, it's like 16 weeks condensed down into 5. So yeah, I have like a 3-page essay that I have to get done, and, you know, the discussions and the quizzes and all that jazz. I'm using my iPhone. I'm using the back camera. So I've been looking into my little mirror over here to see if I'm in frame and this and that. And I've also been looking down at the monitor because my baby did end up going back to sleep. I knew my baby was still tired. I knew it. I'm like, there's no way you woke up fussy. No way. Okay, now I'm just talking just to talk. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll catch you next one. Adios.